So basically what I decided to do for my final project in English, was to act out all of A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare, alone, using iMovie on an iPad with a grainy camera, putting on hats, ridiculous hats, doing voices. And you might think, why? You're gonna fail. And to that I say, please don't fail me. But I thought it'd be funny. At first it was just a joke, and then as I was walking out the hallway, I thought, but what if? What if? So I ran back into the class and I asked him, would I lose marks if I did that? And he said no. Now the minimum for this was, I think it was 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I reached around the 20 mark. I'm not certain. But yeah. Enjoy.
Wood, near Athens. Enter a ferry through one door, and Puck at another.
Yo, it's me, Puck.
"'Tis me, the fairy."
How now, spirit, whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall, her pensioners be, in gold coat spots you see, those be rubies fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, to hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone, and our queen and all her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she and her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in the grove or the green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide from here.
Either I mistake your shape and make inquiet, or else you are the shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, are you not he? That frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the quern, and bootless makes the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no barm. Mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that that hobgoblin call you and sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest Oberon, and I make him smile, when I have fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal. Sometimes I lurk in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks against her lips I bob, and with her dewlap pour the ale, the wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. Sometimes for a 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then I slip down from her bum and topple she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and wax in their mirth and knees and swear, a merrier hour never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that he were gone. Enter Oberon, the king of fairies, through one door with his train, and Titania, the queen of fairies, with hers, through another.
It is me, the King Oberon.
"I'm here."
Ill met by proud moonlight, Titania.
not jealous, Oberon. Fairies skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Terry, wash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India? But that forsooth the pouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wed and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the night from Perigena, whom he ravished, and make him with fair eagles break his faith with Eriadne and Antiopa?
These are forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on a hill in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in each beach margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets and whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport, therefore the winds piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs which falling in the land hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman has lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard.
Jesus Christ, you're long-winded.
I wasn't even finished. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and the crows are fatted. With the Murrian flock, the 9 men's moors are filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green. For lack of tread are undistinguishable, the human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with the hymn or the carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in anger, washes all the air. The rheumatic diseases to be abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter, hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old himes and thin icy crown, in a Doris chaplet of sweet summer buds, is as in a mockery set. The spring, the summer, the chilling autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries in the mazed world. By their increase now knows not which is which, and the same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissensions. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland bides not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking them barked traders on the flood. And when we have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she was pretty with swimming gait following her womb, then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land.
You talk so much.
Stop interrupting me. I'm not done. To fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she being mortal of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chow downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such a dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not. Flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed a certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from the bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on, in the maiden meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell, it fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maiden call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I'd show thee once. The juice of it on the sleeping eyelids laid will make our man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Later. Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor in her eyes. The next thing she, waking, looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, unmeddling monkey, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love, and ere I take this charm off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Enter Demetrius, Helena following him in another cut, because I did this with one person because I thought it'd be funny. But it turns out it doesn't work that way. I love thee not, so therefore don't pursue me, man. Where is Lysander and, fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, where are they? And, here I am in the wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and, follow me no more. God's sake.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron from my heart, is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak your fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, I do love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, the worser place I can beg in your love, and yet be placed high respect with me, than to be used as your dog.
Tempt me not too much, the hatred of my spirit, because I am sick when I do look onto thee, get out of my face.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach, your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself to, into the hands of, one that loves you not, to, trust the opportunity of the night. And ill counsel of the desert place with the rich worth of, your virginity, I guess.
Your virtue is my privilege, and, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, that are all the world. Then how can it be said, I am alone? when all the world is here to look on at me.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the breaks and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts. So, keep an eye out for that.
The wildest hath not such heart as you. Run from where you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies. Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues like the griffin, the mild hind. Make speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed. When cowardice pursues, and valor flies,
I will not stay thy questions, let me go, or if thou follow me, do not, believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood,
I, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief, fine Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we were not made to woo.
I'm totally sick of you, so I'm just gonna go.
I'd follow thee and make heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. Did I say drop it on me? I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, with the eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dance and delight. And there the snake throws her enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in, and with the juices of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou with some of it and seek this Grover. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies. Maybe the lady, thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And thou look meet me, ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do. Later times too.
Well, see you Thursday.
Well, that's it. I did all of Act 2, Scene 1 of A Midsummer Night's Dream with silly hats, stupid voices, weird angles. It's probably 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Please give me an A, Mr. A. Yeah, and cut.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening.
Yeah, I cut my bad singing short. I now present to you bloopers and things that I thought were in the play, but actually weren't, so I just left them till the end because I still thought they were funny enough. The fairy leaving. He never actually, it never says in the script that he leaves, which means he just kind of observed everything happen for an extra 17 minutes, maybe? Which is kind of creepy, but this isn't my analysis of the fairy, so enjoy your bloopers.
Well, I'm out.
It didn't even fit. Give me a second. Fare thee well, nymph. Nope. Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave his grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Fare thee well. Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave his grove, thou shalt fly him, he shall seek thy love. Ere he do leave his grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Fare thee well, nymph. Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he shall leave his grove. Yeet, yeet. Christ's sake. Fare thee well, nymph. Ere. Okay, I was doing something. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do... God. Christ's sake. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do... I looked at the script. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna stack it right here, right next to the camera. Fare thee well, nymph. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. It's not that hard to remember. Baby, let your head down. We can be ourselves now. Those guys were such one-hit wonders. Those guys were such one-hit wonders. I haven't heard a song of them since, like, 2015. They had Rude. It was alright, not the best. People liked it. Red Dress was their magnum opus. I never liked Hair too much. Didn't. Bad song. Why am I talking about music, let alone... What were they even called? Magic? I think it was Magic with an exclamation mark. I'm pretty sure that they were just trying to be Wham. Why am I still talking about this? This is a Shakespeare play. Sorry.